see Jake in red, albeit in red, but then Travis back as you slowly get back to healthy and the impact that can have in your club in the short term?
Well, obviously, we've seen that, these guys are good players. I think sometimes one of the GMs I had over the years, they said you should always get a guy hurt about 2 weeks before you're thinking of trading him, and then find out what the value is to his team, and then you find out sometimes you love him a little bit more than you thought. And, I don't think that's the case with these guys because we know they're good players, but not only do they play good defense, is they do good things offensively on the blue line, and they keep the play alive, and they generate offense for your forwards. And so, there's two parts of the equation. You got to be able to keep it out of your net. All you got to do is look at the standings, and you go goals for and goals against, and if you're minus, you're not in the playoffs. It's so simple. It's not even funny. We can do all these stats that we all think are important. That's important. So getting in the playoffs is important, and those guys do that. So they're on the plus side of the ledger and do a good job.
What sort of challenge would someone like Jake face trying to get up to speed now that he's back in practice for games?
Well, he's not a kid. He's been around a long time, so I think that'll help. But I thought today was good. Even though he wasn't involved in the contact, he was involved in a lot. We had a good we've been planning this for a while. The way our schedule is, we'll get one more after the season before the playoffs start. But, it was a good, hard-working day for us, and I thought Jake was out there with the guys, enjoying it. And even when he did the one-on-ones, even though he wasn't involved in contact, it's still good for his quick twitch and getting back up to speed.
Travis on track to play Saturday?
Yeah, he hasn't been cleared yet. They never give you that get-out-of-jail-free card till the last second. But he's wearing black. He's ready to go.
Jake's been pretty durable during his career from a mental standpoint. A month off, away from the team.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him. I say it all the time, though. We think he's a really good player. He generates offense. He makes unbelievable plays. He's good defensively. So we've missed him, and it's very apparent. When he's ready to play, he's going to play.
While here at practice today, what's the plan for him?
Yeah, the plan for him is hang around the group. He's still got some school obligations he's got to have, but hang around the group and get to know the goalie coach and see what NHL players are like and NHL life's like, and get himself ready for next year.
You come on Tyler Ennis getting the Master nomination?
Well, a real good guy, real good person. I think has had a real good year, and kind of clawed his way back. And you're always happy for a guy like him. He's got unbelievable staying power, feels good about himself, has good skill level, and has been a real good teammate all year long. And so he's a good guy to have. We're proud of him, and he should be proud of himself.
Connor Brown has a real important role in this team, obviously defensively, killing penalties. But for a guy who knows he can score and wants to score, what does a game like last night do for his confidence?
Well, it does the same for all guys who haven't scored in a while. Like whether you're Naz, whether you're him, it's huge for him. And we talk about Enzo. Enzo made plays on both goals, good east-west play, and then real physical forecheck on Gudis to set up the second one. So real good for Brownie, and we know he's a good player. He scored his whole life. There's no reason for him not to score. Sometimes you get in your own way when you're pressing too hard, and this should help him breathe.
Obviously, getting Jake and Travis back would be a huge boost for the defense, but just in general, how do you feel the group can tighten up and support Freddie?
Well, we just have to, I've said it, Freddie's got to do his part, and we got to do our part. Last night, I thought we really had the game going. The second period, we got off kilter for whatever reason, didn't play as good. We had to battle our way back and get a point, which is always good on the road, but you don't want to be giving teams momentum for no reason, and we did that with our play in the second period and didn't help Freddie out enough in that second period.
Is there a timeline for Jake?
No, not that I know of. So I just talked to Jake here just now, and he just said he felt good. And they're ready for tomorrow. We're doing specialty teams tomorrow, so there won't be as much for him tomorrow. So, we'll use our development team for that, but still he's progressing, and ideally he'll be back playing before the end of the regular season.